It's Deb Halfridge, hashtag Redheaded She-Hulk, and this is the most crucial thing you need to know. I am the founder of hashtag Wellbeing Philosophy, and I'm going to get us thinking about how we think about being human because we've gotten it wrong. Now, many of the details are right, but the emergence of what is consciousness, we've left that to the physicists. Now, when I was a girl, when I was about 7 years old, I opened up my encyclopedia, had the whole thing, was throwing through, gonna read it sequentially. I got to atomic physics. I said, ooh, quarks. Ooh, subatomic particles. Ooh, I'm all over that. I was gonna grow up and be a physicist. Took my first physics class in high school. I'm like, got my catalog from being accepted, early decision to Carnegie Mellon, as I had forced the state of Ohio to realize I needed 3 years only. They did their math wrong, the state of Ohio. All the credits they needed, it only took me 3 years. And I only took one summer course. What do I need to study all for? What do I need all this extra stuff for? Why can't I take English 11th grade and 12th grade together? Did it. No harm done. Look. Math is dead. Just as Nietzsche said, God is dead. Just as the teacher of my teacher, who you don't know, Arthur Danto, a Columbia philosopher, he said art is dead. Spent my whole career at Carnegie Mellon thinking about why was Andy Warhol able to take Brillo boxes and tomato soup cans from the corner store, put them in an art gallery, and make 500 times more money than it cost 45 minutes earlier? Now, I've been doing that in this world in 2022, and nobody understands it. We've lost the capacity to think as a species. Math is dead. Math is a tool. Science is dead. Science is a methodology. But I am a living, breathing, embodied, wise feminine philosopher. I got things to tell you all about human functioning. I'm quite literally the She-Sherlock of human energy, potential, and well-being. I'm going to give you an integrated body, mind, and soul. Energy, potential, well-being, body, mind, and soul. Integrative definition of humanness. Science pulls mind and body apart. That's why you got your mental health and your chronic disease. They the same thing. One human entity. Lots of afferent circuits. I turned this on because I had something profound to tell you about math. Math is dead. The galaxy's dead. We got these people coming at these theories of everything's trying to explain black holes and stuff. The math doesn't work. They can't figure out what consciousness is, the scientists, the physicists, the biologists, the chemists. Don't know what consciousness is. I know what consciousness is! Not gonna like it. But consciousness doesn't care what you like. Consciousness is what it is. And I'm gonna tell you what it is as soon as somebody lets me make Andy Warhol money. That's right. I might be the very first philosopher to get my own museum. I study from Warhol. I study little but large redheaded girl who's grown up to give Sigmund Freud vagina envy. I started the hard problem of consciousness into an easy pivot. I also know a lot more about the human subconscious than anybody else, philosophically speaking. But I got tools, and I know how to use them. I know about brain waves, y'all. Demonstrating it right now. Math is a tool. Math has been made up by humans. Now, at a certain level, math explains the processes of how things move around in reality. But it's cray-cray to think that the most complex thing on the galaxy, consciousness, can be explained by math. Because once again, math is dead. Consciousness is a life force. Consciousness is not human. Only belong to human. No. Consciousness belongs to all life. It's kind of just the definition. You know, the physicists want to have mathematical proofs, but again, we've, humans, created math. And it's lovely. It's a whole symbolism. It's kind of like language with numbers. But how many languages are there across the globe? How many languages are there in Africa? African languages are more complex than English. They're a lot less domineering and rigid and mechanistic than English. English is the language of the oppressors, and these last approximately 500 years of whiteness, from the mid-1440s. Using Ibram X. Kendi's scholarship of Henry the Navigator of Portugal as the instigator of racism, and then paralleling him with my own, this just incisive scholarship. What also happened right in the mid-1400s? 1440, Gutenberg invented the printing press. This evil shit about racism got written down. Then they sailed around the world with weapons and said, we wrote these laws down. What y'all got written down? We win. It was the books, y'all, that changed the course of history and enslaved all of us. We all enslaved in plantation capitalism. That's why I'm dying. That's why I need to do a Warhol and take an object, a video, that everyone else just go to the corner store or YouTube and get for free. Pay me for these videos because I am challenging everything you know. I will solve every chronic disease that exists with a pivot. We'll solve the causality of chronic disease. You're looking at things in silos and you're not looking at them overall. Math is dead. It's a tool. Numbers cannot explain consciousness. It feels like they can because your mind has been condescended to and demeaned down into this rigid, do the same thing over and over and over again. No. Your mind, we have evolved as the pinnacle of evolution so far with these fancy brains. To live creative lives. To let every human be exactly who they are, to have 7.9 billion unique versions of humanness. And now we've got a society that wants us all to be the same, wants us all to pay our taxes in the same way, wants us all, well, unless you're a billionaire, then you don't need to pay any taxes. Figure out you'll hire 1,000 people, figure out how to not pay taxes. Put your money over here, put your money over there. Want to be doing that? What we need to do, put the money all here over there, is have a UBI. And I mean universal basic income. Every human across every nook and cranny of Earth needs to have their essential needs met. Why do we have people sleeping on the streets? There's somebody sleeping right over here. It was 35 degrees as I drove to Sacramento. I'm going dancing today. That's why I'm all up in my feelings. Dancing does a body good. Ecstatic trance dancing, subconscious. Tune down the lyrics, tune up the rhythm, and just let your body move itself as much as it needs to. Math is dead. Think about it. Is everything we don't already know because we insist that math adds up? Mm-hmm. That is a paradigm that I'm challenging. We need a new math for consciousness. I'm not a math person. Again, high school, I'm like physics, math. But I am the founder and the creator of life-centric thinking. This brand of thinking is $1 billion of intellectual property. I know how to think about everything. Looking at it from the fact of what's gone wrong. Math is dead. Math is a tool that humanity created, and now it's imprisoned us. The physicists got these string theories. They don't add up. General relativity, special relativity. From my theories, based on the philosophical hypothesis of bioelectricity, and explain why the universe is expanding, I can explain the Big Bang in a way that you don't end up with the conundrum. But what came before that? I can explain space-time to y'all. They got it that it's emergent, but they don't know what it emerges from. Duh! Can you keep up with me or not? Because I've told you. In no uncertain terms, I've told you what space-time emerges from. I bet 1 out of 100 of y'all kept up with me. That person needs to holler. That person needs to help me make a business. That person needs to help me get this into a linear framework to start telling everyone else. Space-time. Sorted. Big Bang. Sorted. Why is the universe expanding? Sorted. And I've been destitute for 16 months and homeless for 9 months. Y'all's a failing species. You're enslaved in prisons of incorrect paradigms. I'm very close to giving up. I'm trying to help you. Because nobody's helping me. Nobody's helping me do my work in the world. Then people will show up and they'll see me fighting for my life and then they'll accuse me of being suicidal. These things are antithetical. Your mental prowess within the way that you've been taught this universe works, it doesn't function well. I could open you up to human potential. Show you. Demonstrated. 150 pounds in 15 months after turning 50. Lifelong morbid obesity. Evaporated. 2 years ago, I showed up to my first 5 rhythms dance. 5 rhythms on the 5th force. The force greater than math, which is dead, is a tool. Days after my 50th birthday, went to a 5 rhythms dance. It's 2 hours, y'all, of pounding rhythm in waves of rhythm. 5 rhythms. Flow, staccato, chaos, lyrical, stillness. I was 333 pounds. I had not thought about exercising, let alone gotten to do it. This millennium, 20 years. This was 2019. 333 pounds. I danced for 2 hours straight. Way, way up in the heart attack zone. I am surprised that they didn't call an EMT for my ass. The dance teacher did at one point come over and go, "Can I get you a chair?" Oh. Hell no. I know how bodies function. That's why I'm the She Sherlock of human energy, potential, well-being. The reason I know bodies so well, because none of y'all paid attention to me. I've lived 53 years with extraordinary neglect, and I am done with this. Done with having everyone tell me I must become an entirely different human in order to make money. Fuck that! I am an exquisite human. Everyone is. Not when you force them to be the same kind of human. Nobody's very good at being same. But if we let everyone be exactly who they are, we're going to have exquisiteness. Just so much exquisiteness. Consciousness is majestic. So, all right. Do you understand? Just because the math doesn't add up doesn't mean anything. We make the math after we figured out how to talk about and think about being human. Harmony, y'all.